We give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Since RDJ has lived long enough to become a villain, it's time to unpack what he means by
new mask. Same task.
What kind of task is he up to? In Marvel Comics, there's a story that could set up RDJ as Doctor Doom in the MCU, and it's got a 90% chance of happening, so let's dive into what we know about it. Let's kick things off with a story that's got a 90% chance of becoming a reality in the MCU, potentially setting up RDJ's origin story as Doctor Doom. In Marvel Comics, there's a fascinating plot where Doctor Doom and Iron Man switch bodies, with Avengers, Doomsday, and Avengers. Secret Wars on the horizon, directed by Joe and Anthony Russo, and the announcement at SDCC that Robert Downey Jr. will play Doctor Doom. This storyline might be more than just a comic book fantasy. While fans have had mixed reactions to Downey's return after his iconic run as Iron Man, there's a rich history between Iron Man and Doctor Doom in the comics. One intriguing issue explores a world where they switch bodies, revealing how their lives might unfold differently and possibly hinting at RDJ's future as Doom. In the comic Iron Man, Demon in Armor, Tony Stark becomes Victor Von Doom's college roommate instead of Reed Richards. Stark and Von Doom bond over their shared love for science, but Von Doom has an ulterior motive. He tricks Stark into helping with a device meant to give telekinesis, but instead switches bodies with him and erases his memories. Stark ends up being expelled from Empire State University, and the story diverges from the expected path. In their new lives, Von Doom uses ruthless methods to rise to power, while Stark transforms Latveria into a beacon of scientific progress. They eventually face off when Von Doom tries to steal Stark's arc reactor. Donning their respective armors, Von Doom in a green and silver Iron Man suit and Stark in a gold and red Doctor Doom outfit, their battle showcases how their core traits endure despite the body swap. This visual contrast highlights their evolution and the persistent aspects of their personalities, setting the stage for what could be an epic MCU storyline. As for why do we think this body-switching story has a 90% chance of setting up RDJ's Doctor Doom origin, Iron Man. Demon in Armor comes from the legendary writing team of David Michelini and Bob Layton, who crafted some of Iron Man's most iconic tales. They're the brains behind the original Armor Wars, which is set to be adapted into the MCU, and the Demon in a Bottle storyline, which explored Stark's battle with alcoholism. But there's another Michelini-Layton gem that's often overlooked, Doom Quest from Iron Man #149-150, with artwork by John Romita Jr. In this story, Iron Man confronts Doctor Doom after discovering that one of his employees sold tech to Doom. Their clash activates Doom's time platform, sending them both back to the Age of Camelot. Iron Man's defeat of Morgana Le Fay, who was trying to save Doom's mother from hell, earns him Doom's wrath. Doom Quest and its sequel, Running Nightmare, feature Iron Man and Doom time traveling to future Camelots, highlighting their complex relationship. In these tales, they end up working together to return to their time, with Iron Man aligning with the Knights of the Round Table and Doom partnering with Morgana. The storyline draws intriguing parallels between Iron Man and Doom, suggesting that their destinies might intertwine in the MCU. This rich history makes the body-switching plot a compelling candidate for RDJ's Doctor Doom origin story. Recently, Brian Michael Bendis, a big name in comic books, has dug into the link between Iron Man and Doctor Doom in his Invincible Iron Man series. After the 2015 Secret Wars, Doom, now without his signature scars or armor, teams up with Iron Man to prepare for a looming threat. When Iron Man ends up in a coma following a clash with Captain Marvel, Doom steps in as a new Iron Man, taking on the mantle of the infamous Iron Man to continue Stark's legacy. Eventually, Iron Man recovers, and Doom goes back to ruling Latveria. The storylines from infamous Iron Man and Demon in Armor could be the inspiration for how RDJ might play Doctor Doom. Imagine a Tony Stark who uses his genius to control others rather than to help them. Now that's a twist for the Avengers. Plus, with the current multiverse saga embracing alternate realities, it wouldn't be surprising if this version of Doom comes from a different universe. As we get closer to the release of Doomsday and Secret Wars, we'll learn more, but the comics offer some great hints on how it might unfold. There's an 80% chance that Avengers Doomsday will dive into the Heroes Reborn storyline, which could introduce a bunch of new variant heroes and villains. The 2000s Heroes Reborn one-shots gave us alternate versions of many Marvel characters and flashed back to the main event, which marked the return of some classic heroes. We've already seen some of these variants in the MCU, like John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic, Lashana Lynch's Captain Marvel, and Henry Cavill's Wolverine. Expect even more of this as we approach the end of the multiverse saga. In Avengers Doomsday, we might get a glimpse of even more variants from an alternate universe. The Heroes Reborn comics featured reimagined versions of Spider-Man, Thor, the Fantastic Four, the Masters of Evil, Captain America, Deadpool, and Wolverine, to name a few. It would be awesome to see these heroes reimagined in the MCU, especially as we get ready for the big Doctor Doom showdown in Avengers Secret Wars. Adapting Doctor Doom's Heroes Reborn one-shots could set up Avengers Doomsday perfectly. Introducing Doctor Doom as a hero in this context would offer a fresh take on the character after his two previous adaptations by 20th Century Fox didn't hit the mark. This approach would provide a solid foundation for his eventual villainous role in Avengers Secret Wars. In the comics, these one-shots end with Doctor Doom merging his alternate Earth into the 616 universe and taking control of it. For the MCU, we could see Robert Downey Jr. equal as Doctor Doom, triggering an incursion between his universe and Earth 616 in Avengers Doomsday. This could lead to the multiverse's destruction and the creation of Battleworld, with Doctor Doom assuming the role of God Emperor. This storyline would bring together variants from both worlds and other Marvel projects into one grand event, wrapping up the multiverse saga and setting the stage for Doctor Doom's significant future role in the MCU. And let's not forget the intriguing MCU theory that suggests the Avengers might soon face an army of Doctor Doom variants, with Robert Downey Jr. ICS Dark Iron Man Doom variant leading the charge. Right now, it's unclear whether RDJ will play a darker Iron Man who transforms into Doctor Doom, or a more classic version of the character beyond the iconic metal mask. However, bringing RDJ back as a villain likely ties into his Iron Man persona. The concept of an evil Iron Man could be Marvel's way of integrating Stark's legacy into Doom's narrative. At San Diego Comic-Con, RDJ's reveal as Doctor Doom involved him emerging from a group of Dooms before taking off his mask, which could have been a dramatic nod to Doom's infamous robot soldiers known as Doombots. But it might also hint at RDJ's Doom leading a formidable army of variants from across the multiverse, similar to the Council of Kangs introduced in Quantumania. While an army of Dooms sounds menacing, a single, powerful Doctor Doom could be just as terrifying. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. What do you think about the possibility of RDJ's Doctor Doom leading an army of variants in the MCU? Do you prefer the idea of him as a Dark Iron Man Doom hybrid, or a more classic Doom? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments as well.